Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. I just wanted to jump on real quick and let you know that the clip you're about to see is the introductory segment from an Attunement to Your Highest Vibration event that I recorded about a week ago. And I recorded it with live attendees, and we did this via Zoom. And Zoom doesn't record in true high def. So I apologize in advance for the quality of the video. It's not up to what I would normally use and share with you here on YouTube or on Patreon. The full event, which this is the introductory clip that you're going to see, the full event went about an hour and 15 minutes total. And the main body of it was really a live meditation. I channeled line by line explanations of each line of those attunements of Paul Selig's guides. And at the end of that event, we also did a brief group meditation in which we held the highest vibration for ourselves and for the entire planet. So if you would like to watch the entire event, I'm making it available to the public free of charge. I will post a link to that here in the description below. I'll leave a card for it on the end screen here at the end of this clip. And of course, I'll post it to my Patreon page as well, that Cathy Hazel Adams Quantum Spirit. So enjoy and blessings. This is a really important time. The reason I wanted to do this today with as many live people as I could, but this is such an auspicious time. This is a time of ascension in our human history, at least the version of it that we're showing up for, that we're all together for, and ascending into a higher vibration, into the higher level of consciousness that we are able to be, built to be, that we actually have it programmed into our DNA to be. We have it built into us and even into our spines and into the chakras, that we're able to ascend into fifth dimension and be whole consciousness, be in our highest possible vibration, where we are aware of ourselves as the all, literally aware of ourselves as the all, and walking around in a physical body, creating a physical environment that is to our true authentic joy and satisfaction, that is authentically enjoyable and expressive of who and what we are, absent the traumas and the dramas and the rules that we have taken on throughout life, and that we sort of incarnated to. And by the way, we agreed to be here in this lifetime, you guys. This is such an auspicious time in human history, and not just human. The whole galaxy is in a state of ascension, and we agreed to be here in the physical as humans so we could actually experience the expansion and lifting into the higher consciousness, and to be anchors for that state of consciousness in the human species, to be anchors for that, and to witness it, to observe it, to be able to look at everybody and see them also risen into a higher dimension of consciousness. So that's the co-creation. We're witnessing each other lifting into the highest state of consciousness. And in doing that, what are we doing? We are vibrating in the highest state of consciousness and creating the earth. We're creating heaven on our earth, literally. So we came here to do that, and that it is this auspicious ascension is just showing up in so many ways. Oh my goodness. Huge solar flares changing the Earth's magnetic field, and we are electromagnetic beings. The God, according to Seth, the God consciousness experiences electromagnetically, and at the densest level, of course, here in the physical, but at also all the less dense non-physical layers are also electromagnetic. They're just so refined and at such a level that we don't register or measure them here in the physical. But God experiences itself, ourself, myself, yourself, through electromagnetism. And so these solar flares are literally thinning out Earth's magnetic field and allowing us to lift and be more clairvoyant and perceptive and more aware, expanded consciousness. And of course, all the drones and the crazy weather that we've been having, that's all expressions of the change in consciousness of the planet and the human species. Weather has a lot to do with our own emotional states and it's crazy polarized time, kind of looks and feels chaotic, even though it's all fine and perfect. And so the weather is looking rather chaotic right now. So it's all connected. So in any case, I'll give a brief description of what these attunements are, and give you a little bit of definition of a couple of terms used in them, how I've used them, and then I'll go ahead and read them to you so you know what they are. And then I will do an actual live I'm doing my meditation for the day with you, because that's I actually use these that way. And then after that we'll do a group meditation together to lift ourselves and everybody in the world, and do question and answer. So, what the attunements are is they are a set of sentences that the guides of Paul Selig uh, dictated during some live seminars that they did, that are, when intoned, these sentences actually are encoded with an activation of the ability to rise into our higher state of consciousness. And they build layer upon layer. So as you intone them and go through them in sequence, you're lifted to a higher state, and then you intone the next set and you're lifted to a higher state. So they build one upon another. And they activate your higher consciousness. They do not do anything to you. What you're really doing is giving yourself, allowing yourself to activate and be lifted into your higher consciousness. You're allowing your higher consciousness to come into you, into this what's been a very lack, separation, fear-based um, construct. And so when we intone these, we do it with the intention that we are giving ourselves openly to letting our higher consciousness sort of infuse, and I'll use the popular word now, download, to infuse and download into us, so that I am now seeing through the eyes of me out of a higher level of myself and yourself. The guides talk about this in terms of raising in our vibrational level into a higher octave, and what they call the upper room. And again, right now, popularly think of it as the fifth dimension, your highest vibration, your high heart. You're lifting into the higher consciousness, and really into the highest consciousness you can hold and still be completely physical. That fifth dimension goes into, after that you start becoming in and out of physical, and then you go out of physical. You still very much exist, you're alive, just not physical anymore. But as far as us ascending, it's while we are in the physical body, going into whole consciousness and realizing exactly who and what we are, being aware. And that's what these attunements help you do. They help you lift and expand your consciousness into your awareness of yourself as your true self, versus what the guides call the small self, that the ego self that just identifies with getting across the street and getting groceries and doing household chores and whatever it is we need to do today. And in the fear, this is good, this is bad, right, wrong, am I doing what I should, that whole lack, fear, separation, you, me, I'm right, you're wrong, that whole paradigm is absolutely falling away now. And that's actually like a whole other sort of webinar or something, if you will. But so they talk about the upper room, and that it is an octave. As you rise into that higher state of vibration at the lower end of the upper octave of the upper room, you are in a state of love and compassion, and you're not going around judging people negatively and oh, life is terrible, and oh my golly, what am I going to do? And oh my gosh, I'm so at risk. Those are the people that are more at peace. They see the beauty in everything. They tend to be kinder, more compassionate, not as judgy of their fellow human beings, whether or not they're really aware of all this stuff right now. They just are that way. That's sort of the quote unquote lower end of the upper octave. As you move up through the octave, you become more and more aware, consciously aware of what's going on, who and what you are, how you're creating your reality. You, at the top end of it, you are, not just know here, you know and feel that you are the entire physical construct. Everything and everyone in it is an aspect of you experiencing through their own unique individual perception and pathway of potentials. So